Hello everyone, welcome to today's topic which is Untangling the Web, who is who in the certifications and accreditation process. In this episode, we will explore different bodies, their roles and their interacting relationships with respect to the certifications and accreditation process. It's an area of much confusion for many professionals, so today we will break it down step by step. Our podcast today is a bit different. Instead of a typical monologue, we will use presentation slides and dive deeper into the details of the complex subject. We want to make sure that by the end of this episode, you will have a clear understanding of the key entities involved and their distinct roles. To fully understand the context of this topic, please stay with us until the end. One more thing to clarify, everything discussed in today's episode reflects my own opinion and my organization may not necessarily agree with all my views. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want us to cover a specific topic in the future, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments. Without further delay, let's begin today's session. As I mentioned earlier, today's topic is who and what is what in the certification and accreditation process. This is a critical subject, especially for those working in industries where certifications are required for quality, safety, or environmental compliance. Let's try to untangle the web together by examining each layer of this framework. If you're a professional working in any industry, you have likely encountered terms like ISO, like IAF, WTO, accreditation bodies, certification bodies, CABs, assessors, evaluators, auditors, internal auditors, and many more. While you may hear these terms thrown around in meetings or documentation, understanding how they all fit together is crucial. For instance, ISO might be familiar as the organization that sets standards, but what about entities like IAF or accreditation bodies? Many professionals struggle to differentiate between these entities, which is why we have dedicated this session to clearing up these definitions and explaining how they work together in the broader certification and accreditation ecosystem. Let me go to the next slide now. Everything begins with the WTO, World Trade Organization, a global organization that regulates international trade between nations. The WTO operates under the United Nations, which means that all UN members states are also members of the WTO. It sets the framework for international trade rules which impact businesses worldwide. In the realm of standards, the WTO is linked with two major bodies. One is ISO and the other one is IAF. Now, what is ISO? International Organization for Standardization. ISO is a globally recognized organization that creates standards to ensure quality, safety, efficiency, and consistency across industries. With over 24,000 standards published, ISO covers a wide range of areas including product standards, process standards, and management system standards. These standards are developed by specialized committees composed of experts from different fields. For example, committee like IEC, International Electromechanical Commission, and ITU, International Telecommunications Union, work under the ISO umbrella to define specific technical standards for electronics and telecommunications, respectively. One of the most widely known standard is ISO 9001:2015, which focuses on quality management systems. Many companies across the globe, from small businesses to multinational corporations, implement ISO 9001 to streamline operations, improve quality, and satisfy customer expectations. However, implementing a standard is only the beginning. Ensuring compliance is where the next key player comes in. The next key player is IAF, International Accreditation Forum. IAF plays a critical role in ensuring the proper implementation of ISO standards. It is responsible for accreditation bodies or ABs, which in turn oversee conformity assessment bodies, which we simply call CABs. CABs are the organizations that conduct audits, inspections, and testings to certify companies based on ISO standards. The IF works through regional bodies such as APLAC, Asia Pacific Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, like ILAC, International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, or PAC, which is Pacific Accreditation Corporation. These regional bodies evaluate accreditation bodies to ensure they meet the highest standards. Think of IF as a quality assurance body, making sure that ABs or accreditation bodies are functioning correctly, which allows for cross-border recognition of certifications. This brings us to the compliance structure, which consists of multiple layers. Starting from the IAF, accreditation flows down to regional bodies and accreditation bodies, which are usually national organizations. For instance, in the UAE, the national AB is EAC, Emirates International Accreditation Center. Accreditation bodies assess conformity assessment bodies, which include certification bodies, inspection bodies, and testing and calibration laboratories. Now, certification bodies. Certification bodies ensure that organizations meet the requirements of specific standards such as ISO 9001 for quality, ISO 14001 for environment, ISO 45001 for occupational health and safety, and ISO 22000 for food safety. And there are many more other standards also. They send trained auditors to companies to assess compliance and issue certificates if the organization meets all requirements. Next is inspection bodies. These bodies focus on verifying that equipment or processes comply with the regulations and are safe to use. For example, they might inspect lifting equipment, pressure gauges, or conduct non-destructive testing on industrial equipments. Once inspections are completed, the inspection body issues a report or certificate to validate that the equipment is safe for use. The next is testing and calibration labs. Laboratories play a critical role in industries like manufacturing, like healthcare, like aerospace, automobile, systems to ensure that they meet specific standards. For example, a calibration laboratory might ensure that medical devices or precision tools are correctly calibrated to maintain accuracy. Without these bodies, industries would face immense challenges in maintaining safety, quality, and efficiency. The certification they provide give businesses credibility and help them meet regulatory requirements. Let's take a closer look at how this works in practice. Here is an example of how these bodies operate across different countries. IAF, the International Forum, accredits regional bodies. Regional bodies, these entities such as ILAC, APLAC, or PAC evaluate accreditation bodies. Now, accreditation bodies, each country typically has one accreditation body. For example, EAC in UAE, UCAS in UK, PNAC in Pakistan, NABCB in India, JASNS in Australia and New Zealand. This is Joint Accreditation Body of Australia and New Zealand. SAS in Saudi Arabia, INAB in the United States, DAX in Germany. Examples of well-known CAPs are like, for example, SGS, Intertek, Bureau Veritas, DNV, TGV Rhineland, TGV Apex. Then there is Lloyds, LRQA, there is URS, Intertek. So many of these CAPs operate globally and may offer multiple services such as certifications, inspections, and laboratory testing. I hope this has helped clarify the complex relationships between these different entities and their roles in the certification and accreditation process. If you still have questions or need further clarifications, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you find this information valuable, please support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your feedback helps us bring you content that matters. We look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Take care and stay tuned.